Hey guys, it is a lovely day here in Ohio. We are zone 6. Today is April 19th. I'm going to be planting some brassicas and then covering them with just a thin cloth because they've actually been outside during freezing temperatures already and they're fine. So I'm just going to make sure I cover them to keep the little white butterflies off. But wanted to show you guys what I'm doing, and then there is some other stuff that I'm going to be trimming in this bed as well. And yeah, hopefully we can grow some really large, lovely brassicas this year. So right here is where I planted cauliflower last year. So I'm going to do cabbage in here, cauliflower in there, and then I have some compost here that I'm going to add to the beds, make the edges all nice and straight. Enjoy these lovely tulips that are blooming and blooming. There's some weeds and such that I need to take care of in here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna show you guys the little process.
Could you try again?
Sorry, I have an iWatch now and not quite used to it. But yeah, so we're just gonna get all of this cleaned up, and then I'll show you guys some of the varieties that I'm planting, and then we're just gonna do some long rows of brassicas all the way down this side, because it's really easy for me to put the tunnels on this. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty, so in this bed I did stonehead cabbage, which I only planted 5 because I'm really hoping with the cooler weather they'll get pretty large. So I gave them a lot of space. And then over in the big garden, I'm actually going to end up doing probably an entire row of a variety. So I'll do some of each. But in here, I'm going to do some more cabbages, and then I'll do broccoli and cauliflower probably over there, because I just love how it looks when I'm an aesthetic kind of person too. So I'm gonna go grab some more compost to finish this bed. I did have some onions that overwintered, so might go let them go to seed, because I believe that's a Walla Walla onion. But anyways, finish off this bed, and then I'm gonna jump into this one and do another kind of cabbage down this row. Alright guys, so I actually didn't put biotone in the bottom of these. I'm gonna try to remember to do an experiment with the second succession of sowing brassicas at the end of April. I want to see if it actually makes a difference. It probably does, but whatever. So I gotta finish this bed yet with some compost, and then I gotta get the arches to put over these plants and put the cover on that. So I'm gonna go and get that stuff yet, and then I still have all of those to plant, which I only have one more variety of cabbage. So I have Copenhagen market cabbage. I still have 4 of those, and then the rest are cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, broccolis. So I think I'm gonna plant those all in a long row over in the bigger garden and see how they do over there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. Some of these plants, they need to get in the ground. I feel like they're overdue. But another thing I noticed though, a lot of this stuff I am gonna start in small cells, like from now on out. It doesn't matter if they're gonna end up in a big pot anyways, because once you give them fresh soil, it just feels like the plant just does so much better. So for my like personal thinking, I think I'm gonna start everything in the 72 cell plant pots and then up pot them as they need to be, which I'll probably only up pot these, like this kind of variety, once, because then I'll just pot them in these like 2.5 inch cups or whatever. But for me, I have to cover brassicas because this is a pretty open like grass area around here, and we have fields and stuff. So we have those little like butterflies, those white butterflies or moths or whatever they are, and they lay their eggs on the brassicas, and the little worms, before they turn into a butterfly, basically destroy brassicas, for me anyways. And I don't really want to spray them. This cover is super easy. It's really breathable. It lets the water come through when it rains. And it's just a better environment for the plants, just to keep the bugs off. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover all of these as well. It just makes it so much easier on me. But anyways, I'm gonna plant the rest of these, and then I'll show you guys once I get to that row. But I have to run and get some more stuff, so I'll be right back. So I finished the tunnels. You can actually see through them. It's called a garden fabric. I think I got it from Gardener's Supply or something like that. But yeah, I love this stuff. I think it can last a few years if you are more careful than I am, probably. But I did get some holes in it, so I'm gonna try and see if I can just use a piece of the other fabric and fix it somehow so the cats don't get in. But yeah, that's basically what I do for my brassicas, is cover them so that those caterpillars and stuff stay off of them. But I'm thinking I'll probably do a big row where I can kind of stagger them, like diagonal planting, in the big garden. Over here, because I still need to do, like, this is a pathway right here, so that needs wood chips and compost, and then, you know, finishing the compost on this one, and so on all the way up. We are going to put in some sort of drainage at the top eventually, because the water all comes off the driveway, collects kind of right there, and then it's just wanting to like wash into the garden, which having that top bed has really helped keep it from going down the middle of it. It's keeping it on the side of the garden over there, but it is still a problem that we want to get addressed before, you know, I start planting in that area. So hopefully we can get that done before I need to plant in those top rows. So we'll see, but I'm excited. I should actually go check and see. Oh yeah, I think we got some potatoes coming up, and something walked in the entire garden. That's delightful. No, those are not potatoes. That's a weed. No sign of potatoes yet, I don't believe. But we do have some more warm days coming, so pretty excited. Ready for some sprouts, because we did plant them in these rows right here. So look at the lovely tulips. I'm hoping to do a garden tour tomorrow evening. Hoping, keyword. I feel like the day just runs away when you're working outside, or for me it does. For me it does. It runs away from me. I have a bunch of stuff that I try to prioritize, but yeah, it just gets hard when you're working. I don't know, I want to enjoy it too, so yeah. Anyways, thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next one.